This work again?
This thing blows and sucks. This thing spins up to 13,000 RPMs, pushing 52 meters per second.
if those who are excellent find no preferment, the people will cease to contend for promotion. If goods that are hard to obtain are not favored, the people will cease to turn robbers or bandits. If things much desired are kept under cover, disturbance will cease in the minds of the people. The wise man's policy, accordingly, will be to empty people's hearts and minds, to fill their bellies, weaken their ambitions, give them sturdy frames, and always so, to keep them uninformed, without desire, and knowing one's not venturing to act. Be still while you work, and keep full control over all. The way is a void, used but never filled. An abyss it is, like an ancestor from which all things come. It blunts the sharpness, resolves tangles, it tempers light, subdues turmoil. A deep pool it is, never to run dry. Whose offspring it is, I do not know. It is like a preface to God. The valley spirit is not dead. They say it is the mystic female. Her gateway is, they further say, the base of earth and heaven. Constantly, and so forever, you serve without labor. The sky is everlasting, and the earth is very old. Why so? Because the world exists not for itself. It can and will live on. The wise man chooses to be last, and so becomes the first of all. Denying self, he too is saved. For does he not fulfillment find in being an unselfish man? The highest goodness, water-like, does good to everything and goes, unmurmuring to places men despise, but so is close in nature to the way. If the good of the house is from the land, or the good of the mind is its depths, or love is the virtue of friendship, or honesty blesses one's talk, or in government goodness is in order, or in business skill is admired, or the worth of an act lies in timing, then peace is the goal of the way by which no one ever goes astray. Rather than filling it over full, better to stop in time, sharpen it to a point. The edge won't last forever. Gold, jade may fill the house, but no one can retain them. Boasting of wealth and virtue brings trouble on oneself. Can you govern your animal soul? Hold to the one and never depart from it. Can you throttle your breath down to the softness of breath in a child? Can you purify your mystic vision and wash it until it is spotless? Can you let all your people roll over the land without being known? Can you be like a female and passively open and shut heaven's gates? Can you keep clear in your mind the 4 quarters of the earth and not interfere? Quicken them, feed them, quicken but do not possess them. Act and be independent. Be the chief but never the lord. This describes the mystic virtue. "30 spokes will converge in the hub of a wheel, but the use of the cart
Hello?
Hey, Dr. Mitter, how you doing? It's John Kitover.
What's up, Johnny boy? How you doing, man?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Good.
How's that work?
I was wondering if I could make an appointment with your office and you to do like a physical, and then I have like a 3-sheeter from the VA I have to fill out and send in.
Is anything majorly different or no? Like, do I gotta do all that crazy paperwork
No.
last time?
No, this is a very simple form.
Okay. Yeah, man. When do you need to get in by?
Whatever's convenient for you. I mean, anytime I can pop down there. I have to get my car fixed. I have a problem. So like sometime next week probably. Or end of this
Okay.
week.
You got my office number?
I do not. What is it? I can call it.
708
Okay.
229
Okay.
1444.
Okay.
And just call and say you spoke with me, you're a friend of mine, and if they could get you in within like the next 2 weeks or so.
Okay, fantastic. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I remember seeing your text. I don't know if I got busy with the kids, man, or whatever. I totally forgot to reply back.
Oh, don't worry. I totally understand. No worries.
Yeah, no worries. All right, then we'll see you in a week or two.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. Okay, have a great day.
All
I'll
right,
talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.
cool, man.
Okay, take care. Bye. Hi, I wanted to make an appointment with Dr. Mitter, or Amit Agarwal. Yeah. I'm a friend of his, and I have been a patient of his in the past. I just talked to him on the phone, actually. It's 11/6/82. Yes. Yes. Okay. I guess like after 12. Okay, that works.
It's over?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, you can call me Di.
Okay.
Alright, so this would be, is this a checkup for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Alright, John, so we've got you in, and it's gonna be April 7th at 12:30, and that is gonna be in the Evergreen Park office. Do you need the address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
3913
Okay.
West 95th Street in
Okay.
Evergreen Park.
Okay, in Evergreen Park. Okay, great. Thanks. I'll see you April 7th.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye. April 7th. Is it going to be a ways though? Find out.
Will depend on the part of the hub that is the void. With a wall all around, a clay bowl is molded. But the use of the bowl will depend on the part of the bowl that is the void. Cut out the windows and doors in the house as you build. But the use of the house will depend on the space in the walls that is the void. So advantage is had from whatever is there, but usefulness rises from whatever is not. The 5 colors darken the eye. The 5 sounds will deaden the ear. The 5 flavors weary the taste. Chasing the beasts in the field will drive a man mad. The goods that are hard to procure
are hovels that slow walking feet. So the wise man will do what his belly dictates, and never the sight of his eyes. Thus he will choose this, but not that. Favor, like disgrace, brings trouble with it. High rank, like self, involves acute distress. What does that mean to say that favor, like disgrace, brings trouble with it? When favor is bestowed on one of low degree, trouble will come with it. The loss of favor, too, means trouble for that man. This, then, is what is meant by favor, like disgrace, brings trouble with it. What does it mean to say that rank, like self, involves acute distress? I suffer most because of me and selfishness. If I were selfless, then what suffering would I bear? In governing the world, let rule entrusted be to him who treats his rank as if it were his soul. World sovereignty can be committed to that man who loves all people as he loves himself. They call it elusive and say, that one looks, but it never appears. They say that indeed it is rare, since one listens, but never a sound. Subtle, they call it, and say that one grasps it, but never gets hold. These three complaints amount to only one, which is beyond all resolution. At rising, it does not illumine. At setting, no darkness ensues. It stretches far back to that nameless estate which existed before the creation. Describe it as form, yet unformed, as shape that is still without shape, or say it is vagueness confused. One meets it and it has no front. One follows and there is no rear. If you hold ever fast to that most ancient way, you may govern the day.
Oh my God.
Call truly that knowledge of primal beings the clue to the way. The excellent masters of old, subtle, mysterious, mystic, acute, were too profound for their times, since they were not then understood. It is better to tell how they looked. Like men crossing streams in the winter, how cautious, as if all around there were danger, how watchful, as if they were guests on every occasion, how dignified. Like ice, just beginning to melt, self-effacing, like a wood block untouched by a tool. How sincere, like a valley awaiting a guest. How receptive, like a current that rushes along, and so turbid. Who, running dirty, comes clean like still waters.
Oh my gosh.
Who, being quiet, moves others to fulfillness of life. It is he who embraces the way, is not greedy.
So now blocking me. So in my home.
Oh, subscribe.
So now blocking me. So now. Baby boy name. Well, that's the name you use. That's your name. Never. That's the baby boy's name. No. Baby boy name. Well, that's the name you use. That's your name. Never. That's the baby boy's name. No, that's
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big.
Yes, but in terms of the commands of this. That's right. Look, That's right.
Oh, that's weird.
No. Okay, so,
Great series. Can't wait for the next season.
I know.
No.
Okay, so,
Great series.
Let me answer your question with one word.
We were talking about.
Yeah. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. Why? Dude, everything's so optimistic, like you.
Please don't scroll. Please don't.
Who endures the wear and tear without needing renewal. That ultimate emptiness. Hold steady and still. All things work together.
Great series.
I've watched them reverting, and I've seen how they flourish. They return again, each to its roots. This, I say, is the stillness. I retreat to one's roots. Or better yet, return to the will of God, which is, I say, to consistency. The knowledge of consistency I call enlightenment. And say that not to know it is blindness that works evil. But when you know what eternally is so, you have stature, and stature means righteousness. And righteousness is kingly, and kingliness divine, and divinity is the way, which is final. Then, when you die, you shall not perish. As for him who is the highest, the people just know he is there. His deputies cherished and praised. Of the third, they are frightened. The fourth they despise and revile. If you trust people less than enough, some of them never trust you. He is aloof, as if his talk were priced beyond the purchasing. But once his project is contrived, the folk will want to say of it, of course, we did it by ourselves. The mighty way declined among the folk, and then came kindness and morality. Then wisdom and intelligence appeared. They brought with them a great hypocrisy. The six relations were no more at peace. codes were made to regulate our homes. The fatherland grew dark, confused by strife. Official loyalty became the style. Get rid of the wise men, put out the professors. Then people will profit 100-fold over. Away with the kind ones, those righteous men too, and let people return to the graces of home. Root out the artisans, banish the profiteers, and bandits and robbers will not come to plunder. But if these three prove not enough to satisfy the mind and heart, more relevant than let there be a visible simplicity of life, embracing unpretentious ways and small self-interest and poverty of coveting. Be done with rote learning and its tendon vexations. What is their distinction of a yes from a yeah? Comparable now to the gulf between evil and good. What all men fear, I too must fear. Is a barren and pointless thought. The reveling of multitudes at the feast of great sacrifice, or up on the terrace at carnival in spring. Leave me, alas, unmoved, alone, like a child that has never smiled. Lazily I drift, as though I had no home. All others have enough to spare. I am the one left out. I have the mind of a fool, muddled and confused. When common people scintillate, I alone make shadows. Vulgar folks are sharp and knowing. Only I am melancholy. Restless like the ocean, blown about, I cannot stop. Other men can find employment, but I am stubborn. I am mean. Alone I am, indifferent, because I prize and seek my substance from the mother. The omnipresent virtue will take shape according only to the way. The way itself is like something seen in a dream, elusive, evading one. In it are images, elusive, evading one. In it are things like shadows and twilight. In it are essences, subtle but real, embedded in truth. From of old until now, under names without end. The first, the beginning is seen. How do I know the beginning of all, what its nature may be? By these, the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. The pools shall be filled, and the worn renewed. The needy shall receive, and the rich shall be perplexed. So the wise man cherishes the one as a standard to the world,
Please don't scroll.
not displaying himself. He is famous, not asserting himself. He is distinguished,
Please don't scroll.
not boasting his powers. He is effective, taking no pride in himself. He is chief. Because he is no competitor. No one in all the world can compete with him. The saying of the men of old is not in vain. The crooked shall be made straight. To be perfect, return to it. Sparing indeed is nature of its talk. The whirlwind will not last the morning out. The cloudburst ends before the day is done. What is it that behaves itself like this? The earth and sky, and if it be that these cut short their speech, how much more should a man? If you work by the way,
It was goo.
What did Goo do?
For how good
Oscar, was it goo?
Oh my gosh, this is annoying.
Yeah, he went on mute. It was goo. It had to have been goo.
Oh, that's probably when I was busting about the big ass teeth.
It had to have been goo. Yeah, it was. He's the only person that would do something like that. Like outright, blatantly.
Are you sure? Is he the only person you think could do something like that?
Well, I mean,
You
just
right.
openly. All right, so what about Prince?
No. Look, I'm not gonna tell y'all.
You what?
All right, well then don't worry.
Man, just grow the fuck up, bro.
What are we talking about right now?
Ain't nobody talking to you. Shut the fuck up right now.
What do you mean? I'm in a public. You guys have
One, very narrowly one. And now we're having to deal with it, the consequences. But the issues that I think we have in our like American populace are never going to be resolved by the person who's in office. We're never going to have a Wizard of Oz that can just, make things happen or create something.
But because he's been doing this for years, they were able to seamlessly put this together. And it was very well done. Now, I wasn't there for all 24 hours, okay? But, so nobody was watching the State of the Union. they were doing their own programming and talking to different congressional reps and so on and so forth. The energy shot up when the State of the Union happened because, one, you had Al Green staging, his protest, remember, and he gets removed. So they then started to report on Al Green, and then
You will be of the way if you work through its virtue. You will be given the virtue. Abandon either one, and both abandon you. Gladly then, the way receives those who choose to walk in it. Gladly too its power upholds those who choose to use it well. Gladly will abandon greet
It's basically to get up
those who abandon drift. Little faith is put in them whose faith is small. On tiptoe, your stance is steady. Long strides make your progress unsure. Show off and you get no attention. Your boasting will mean you have failed. Asserting yourself brings no credit. Be proud